so fast. Nobody saw I was gay.
A hell of a half, a hell of an inch.
Moving with the motion, following the light that
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Collegiate Battlegrounds Association Division 1 kickoff games. My name is Airless Goose, and I am joined by my esteemed co-host, Chamsy.
Hello, Airless. It is good to be back, and we're going to be playing our really good games today with our kickoff game, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. We are starting Division 1 tonight. Should be an absolute great time. We had some Division 2 action yesterday, bringing you Division 1 action, or Division 2 on Tuesday, Division 1 tonight. Good stuff, bringing them back. Game's about to begin in 10 seconds. It's a solid match. Before we begin, I'm going to quickly go ahead and run through our contenders for the Emerald Division, who will be playing Game 1. In Game 2, we will be seeing the Ruby Division's game. Quickly running through them: UTK, Texas San Antonio, Minnesota, West Virginia, Virginia Commonwealth, East Carolina, North Colorado, SIUE, Cal State LA, Mississippi State, Clemson, Illinois, Chicago, Cincinnati, AB Tech, Wentworth, LSU, Liberty, Arizona, and finally, Georgia Tech. There's no points. This is the first game. We're going to see who gets these points tonight.
Yeah, this first game will really be like an indicator of how the season's going to go for for the rest of the time. So I'm pretty excited to see which teams come out and like really show up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of good stuff we got going on tonight.
A lot of returning teams and players, but then a lot of new ones too. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting.
I think the best thing is seeing how these new teams decide to how they play, and how they kind of, if they've come into CBA, they've seen kind of how these games play. How are they going to like create their own new play style in relation to CBA? So should definitely be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that we already got some early game action here, Lone Potato, as everything's loading in. Grabbing V the victim, and they're zipping up towards the west side, see if he's going to come across Jexy there. And you can see that everyone's spread out. We had a west to east plane, and you can see that looks like everyone's spread out pretty even. Some people still dropping up towards Lapovka here.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 different teams here. 2 teams looks like.
Yeah. One team on Military Island, so not terrible. Man, what is up with Lapovka? It's not a town I expected to ever be, supremely spicy, but, here it is. You got looking like 2 teams, Team 4 and Team 16 right now.
Definitely looking supremely spicy, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So these are 2 of our teams that we do recognize from before. We got Maxter 999, JB looks like. Players that and Mighty Derb, all players that we recognize. And then I'm not sure if I don't recognize the other team.
Yeah, I don't know. Ninja Rampage and the rest of his squad.
I don't recognize them.
No, I don't recognize them. They're one of our brand new teams. So looking at.
Hopefully we'll get some information soon on which team that is, if anyone in chat knows. A lot of times you guys know better than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Which teams are playing. You guys are watching specific players, looking for your friends, looking for your school. So if you guys happen to know, please let us know.
Yeah.
We'll see how this fight turns out. Galapovka, it's kind of like a mini Pochinki. The loot is about level 2 quality for the most part. A lot of times you'll get SMGs and a couple ARs. But if you can get it to yourself for a 4-man squad, it'll gear you up pretty good and without too much risk. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a skirmish here. A nice big central circle here. Nothing to worry about for the most part with any teams trying to look for anything. Looks like that the entire north part of the island, though, pretty much completely untouched. Zarki, North George Pool.
Yeah.
Looks like shooting range, like just everything. Stalber, everything looks like it was pretty clear right there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just kind of spread out, and it's not going to be a terribly fast early game, I imagine. And it's going to be more of kind of a mid and slow game, or mid to late game which are always interesting with CBA, given how many people, end up in those later circles. It ends up being with like 40 people by circle 4, circle 5. Like that's, that's crazy. That's super crazy.
I can hear some shots going down. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
seen it. It doesn't look like anyone was too close to each other, so they might have just seen like a little bit of a long distance here. I mean, we're looking around. You can see Max right there. Everyone looks like they only had pistols. We can see X-Storms here has a 4 times on his scar here, so not bad. Looks like Slat's actually gonna get knocked down by JB. We'll see if X-Storms. He's got a little bit of a push up more than anyone else does on his team, so might be looking for a quick pick.
Just kind of scoping around. He's with his teammate. They're playing right off each other. JB, though, looking at the shots right now. I think he saw HD Beast kind of jump in through the window there. He's going to be peeking out with the 4 times. Sees him. Not able to connect those shots, though, although they were close. They were able to peek out and try to get each other. He's going to go right now through the house, peek out again.
Knocked down and killed. Wow, JB.
Damn.
Spray. That was a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a good peek out on him.
The difference between getting that shot and not was just the open door right there, so.
Definitely.
Really good play by him.
Yeah, not often, sometimes it's not the most common thing in the whole wide world that we see these teams kind of finish the downed members. Max right there, going to go down. Click's going to get him with the AKM.
Click's is actually sweeping up behind. He's up in a building. Looks like he caught everyone out. HCB's going to be knocked out right there. He's going to be jumping out the window. See if X-Worms can catch him on the side and see if JB also gets the spray. Also going to get knocked down. It's up to Mighty Durban X-Worms to take down Clicks. It's going to be a good spray, and that's going to be a finish. With all 4 members still left up.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, looks like West Virginia? Yeah, West Virginia is going to be taking a win in that fight right there. They're going to have Lepovka to themselves. All 4 members still up. Good, clean play by them. As we're used to seeing, they're a great team to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really interesting. You saw that West Virginia really didn't go and take anybody down. They wanted to just finish those people off, at least West Virginia. But then once West Virginia people went down, they just kind of went down. I do think that they could have finished those kills. And I guess in a situation like that, it might be advantageous, if you are down players and you may not win, if you can get someone down, just immediately finish them off. And that, that will hurt them in the long run. It won't necessarily help you. It'll give you a kill point, but it would definitely, hurt the other team in the long run. Looking at Beam. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is Beam reaching 1. I think that he's from Clemson. I believe he's from Clemson. But looks like he's pulling up. Looks like he's going to get the MK14 with level 3 vest and a ghillie suit. That's some pretty great gear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now.
The MK14 is probably one of the most powerful guns in the game. I know
a lot of people that dislike it, and I don't know why. It's like people love the SKS. It's like, how can you not love? I personally don't like the SKS. That's just a personal thing. I mean, I think it's actually a really good gun overall. I just don't like using it. But the MK14 is just like the SKS on steroids. I don't understand how people can not like it. It does like ridiculous damage.
Yeah, looking at Thugtra right now, taking some shots with the UMP, trying to spray down that vehicle. Not going to amount to anything. They're just going to go ahead and get away right there with no problem. And that's it. Oh, they might. No, they're not going to give chase. I think they're just all just getting in their car, picking up their boys, and going to go ahead and kind of get out of here. 64 players left alive, 17 teams. We just had the 1 squad wipe.
You can see here that they actually spread out. You can see that Pixel Buff and his team, they all spread out their cars. We've seen a lot of people get caught out with some really good sprays and have their vehicle blow up and get an entire squad wipe. So I completely agree with them. If they can get all the vehicles together, I completely agree with splitting up and not getting caught out too easily.
So again, just kind of we're going to see the first circle kind of start to close in right now. Pixel Bob and Daniel D right now, they're really close to Orbital 7 and Montremer. The rest of them right now, I think they hear kind of the shots going, or they hear the footsteps. Oh, Montremer is getting shot through the window. We're going to see Pixel Bob engage with the first shot there. Not going to connect with anything though, but they are known. So now that they know, it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to play it. Do they know that they get away? Yeah, actually. They just don't want to take the fight, especially in the early game. They do have the advantageous position of being in the building. They kind of have the high ground. I know it's not necessarily the biggest deal in this game having the high ground, but it means something. So having those buildings, not that great of an engagement. We saw he only had a red dot, so he's really just not interested in taking that fight at the time, that's fine. It's a really smart play by them.
Yeah, I see that the the circle's closing in now. Not a lot of forced movement so far. Unlike some of the games this preseason that I've seen. You know, there was a lot of games where just the circle was on the far right, far left, far south. You know, and there was just a lot of moving. And right now, it doesn't look like that there's too much movement. Everyone's just kind of sneaking in, or they're staying still. So once this circle hits here soon, you'll actually really see whether or not whether it matters like where everyone went. So I mean, you can see that if the circle ends up going on towards like the east or the west side or the northwest side, there's gonna be a lot of teams that are in a really good spot just to stick around. But if it goes, you know, you can see there's that huge empty spot on that east side, and if it goes there, that's gonna force everyone to move into a spot that no one's already set up in. And a lot of times, deciding to move earlier rather than later can make the difference whether you actually win those fights.
Yep, and again, we saw that in playoffs be a huge factor of kind of teams moving first, teams moving second, and where they end up being the deciding factor in how they played the circle, and ended up really just kind of how they won the game. So again, like you said, if the circle, and there's not a small chance that it does end up being over there. That's a huge area. Like you said, we can see shelter and prison and mansion and those kind of areas. So that might end up there. Ooh, good shot on Aragon with the 50, with the VSS right there on Sign the Bear, I believe you say it.
Seeing the bear, seeing the bear.
Seeing the bear doesn't. He's not going to continue those shots. He's only going to nail one. That's enough to give the presence though to Endless Vexation, Voicin, and the rest of those guys. So it's going to be interesting if they continue to engage. He is suppressed because the VSS, you know, as overpowered as it is inherently suppressed. They are going to get. It looks like they might get away here. We saw the US pull around. Yeah, the VSS scared him off. It looks like. There they go. Kind of. Maybe.
Let's see if Soda Dragon actually might be able to get a spray if they don't know where they are and they go for the sideways rather than dipping away really far. Soda Dragon might be able to get a lucky spray. Sadly, it looks like the hills are going to be a pretty good cover.
Yeah.
And they're going to actually hold their fire, maybe?
Oh, X Games. What? X Games. They were over the hill. Oh, they're good. No problem. Oh, Montremor.
Nice knockout by Montremor.
Oh, just really, yeah.
We're
Headshot.
sliding around.
Oh, no.
We're on the ski slopes right now, seeing the bear actually could probably be knocked down and then finally killed here.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to try to blow up the vehicle Montremor here, make sure that they have nowhere to go. As everyone moves in, they're taking shots from looks like the south side, but you can see Soda Dragon peeking up the hill. He might be able to get Righteous Ranger here in a second. Nice peek. He peeks over.
Voicing gonna take a hit there, but Righteous Ranger sees where Orbitals is, knows where they are, but Soda Dragon is slightly there. You might have seen that Molotov there. Molotov, interesting decision to Molotov it. That car is gonna get blown up right now. I would give Soda Dragon and Orbitals kind of the advantage here, as the peaking Righteous Ranger has two people to contend with. That's gonna be it for him. He's gonna go down right there. Good sprays down on Soda Dragon with the M416. Nice. What a shot on Montremor to force this engagement from these guys. Really just kind of put it, you know, fight right now. You're fighting. Oh, and
now
then
you can see we have another team coming in.
Player 3. Oh shit.
On top here.
Endless Vexation.
You can see that he's got two teams to deal with here. He's gonna maybe get the spray on the one that has to notice him.
Waited a little bit.
Missing every shot.
Oh.
He missed every shot. Okay. No,
Oh, that's unlucky.
A couple, but that's gonna be unfortunate. Semicolon Hunter the Clutch. That's gonna be Zammo.
Oh, here comes UTSA. Now it's a party.
Massive fight, boy.
Now it's a fight. Oh my gosh, there's so many teams.
It looks like that this is probably going to end up being UTSA versus the new team, Team 19, that I don't recognize yet. I might have to look up and see exactly which team that is, but this is definitely not what we had expected in the beginning.
No.
We went into this fight.
Yeah, absolutely not. Look at Raven gonna get Orbitals, Jaywalk gonna get Vita Victim somewhere else on the map. Mighty Derb hitting JB with the vehicle, good stuff. Soda Dragon taking shots over at Hunter the Clutch right now, trying to peek over the hill. Soda Dragon looking really low now. Sachimo, I don't know how you say that. I'm gonna call you Z. Z taking those shots. Crocia getting Soda Dragon with the Scar right now. Aragon and Orbitals are down. Montremor trying to run out there right now. UTSA getting a really good kind of flank on these guys. I don't think they were expecting it. It's gonna be rough on their end in order to get to that spot. Yeah, here comes
Raven with 4 times. Ooh, see if he gets peak. Doesn't look like he's able to knock anyone out. Laying down some fire and some damage. We're taking down Semicolon down to a 3rd health. But you can see that Aragon and Orbital's both down. See if Raven can actually finish these kills. He might be paying a little too much attention to the far side. Hunter the Clutch looks like he's actually going to go down finally there.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. UTSA kind of coming in and fragging out. Montremor is right to Raven's left, so he just needs to look right down there, right over the right over the little crest of the hill right there. He'll be able to take it. He's not gonna notice though. Maybe. Oh, there he is. There he goes. Goodbye. Raven finally going to get Monstremer, and he's going to get a three-piece there. Orbitals, Aragon, and Monstremers. Raven is going to get good stuff. Really fragging out.
Yeah, that's going to be Zamoch and the other 2 members of his team that are left just going to be dipping out. They just cannot deal with that. Venus GG looks like he had is that a suppressor? Yeah, he has a suppressed SKS with an 8 times. Looks like he's going to looks like he's peeking around, making sure. I don't know if he knows that they're up there.
I think
he's obviously the victim of Lone Potato, but I don't know. He might just be peeking around, seeing if he can see him in the woods.
Yeah, I think they might have seen him, or somebody kind of caught a passing glance at UTK's new roster right there. So I think they just kind of do. And if you're suppressed, you can afford to take those shots because you're suppressed. So it ends up being advantageous. That circle, by the way, kind of got the best of both worlds. Kind of put people in the left, kind of kept them in the left, and it took the people on the right, and it's going to kind of force them in the right. But there's still a whole lot of room. Fun fact:
yeah, it was still pretty central.
Brian HS had 37 bandages before he just dropped them. Get 37.
I really love the information that they give us now. With, the number of bandages and stuff.
Is Raven getting?
Oh, this is actually a huge fight right now.
Yeah, is Raven gonna get 2 of them?
Oh, okay. Brian SH is down to a. Oh, Suka's on his sweeping around to the right. Didn't know he had some left. So Brian SH is gonna hold them off. Suka can probably get his res on Raven and Meerkat. But see if he hopefully frags out. If Brian SH, he knows his Daniel D, it's actually going to distract him from Thug Trio, who's getting a res right now. Really great play by Daniel D for that, because now Brian SH isn't going to try to move in towards Thug Trio. If Brian knew where they were, he'd be able to frag. But it doesn't look like he knows. So he's actually just focusing on Daniel D, because he doesn't want to peek on them. If Suka and the other teammates actually sweep around to the right, they might be able to catch them. Pixelbob looks like he's gonna move up.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna frag. He knows where Brian is, but Suka hasn't moved in.
Here come the Kobe. That's a nice nade. That's a good angle. Oh, it hits. Definitely got a hit there. Pixelbob.
Oh my gosh, they're fighting uphill, and this is actually pretty rough right now. It's Raven down really low. That's going to be KS Hammer also down. Thug Trio, the last remaining member. Let's see if Meerkat and Brian SH can sweep in and catch them both off guard. Brian SH, let's see if he actually catches them on this side. Is Raven going to get sprayed down? Meerkat going to sweep in.
Go for the kill? Is he going to go for the kill? Is Raven getting low? Oh, wow, that was a close.
Brian SH put in work. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was spraying a lot down. I'm glad that Brian actually came up there, because he was not stopping. That's
no.
Sure.
Man, if we awarded points for
Zombie Apocalypse.
if we had awarded points for damage dealt, that would have been quite a fair number of damage for his end, because he knocked 2 people out before he went down. I'm taking you out with me and such things. So definitely a good play. 4v1 is not the most favorable situation in the whole wide world.
Yeah, that entire fight actually looks like it took up pretty much the time that it took for the circle to come back in. So we're already at the I believe 3rd or 4th circle right now.
I think this is...
It goes...
Yeah.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're
4. Yeah, this is the 4th circle.
Yeah, so... Ooh, that's actually me not getting taken out by a nice spray.
Good spray. Tried to laser him down with the SKS, but, those bars on the windows, that's a... oof, that's a big oof, Those are some rough things to shoot through, shoot into. Easier to shoot into, I would say, than shoot out of, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely... It requires a little bit of finagling. It's really bad. Oh, we got quite a few teams right here. You see
man.
999 who we saw earlier. They're sweeping around to the side, completely avoiding this 3-team fight. While we have a 2-team fight down in this little, popular little small area. Blink Alliance. Looks like we got 3 team members. It's Bojangles, Dingus Khan, and 3PO Raids all on that one side, taking a couple damage. It's not. It doesn't look like it's from them though. Because there's no way they can see them, so they're taking damage from some other source.
Yeah, there's just an absolute massive amount of teams. You got UTK up here, and they're looking down at team number 4 down there with Maxter and JB, and the whole rest of them coming hot off another fight, I believe. And then you got team 8 and team 3 right down here, all taking shots at each other. Nickel trying to sweep around, maybe get those good peaks, using the hill as a natural cover. Leviv has aware of that, though, and he's just trying to kind of get revenge on that spray down from Nikhil. We're going to see the frag grenade come out. He's going to pull the pin, throw it down. Nikhil, I don't know if you heard that or not, but he's going to make a 200 IQ move slightly to the right and avoid that nade in the whole area. Good stuff. They're going to regroup as a team. They're going to be able to take this fight. Again, getting separated by teams and like getting caught out is the worst way you can die. And again, I keep bringing up UIUC as a really good example of a team that likes to stick together, and they won season 1 and they were really good at sticking together as a squad of 4, so they ended up winning. And that's kind of, we're seeing that with these guys. They don't want to take the fight, so they're all going to get into a car and roll out of there. So that's going to be that fight disengaged. And it looks like UTK is also disengaging slightly. Team 4, I think Team 4 is taking some shots, but they're just trying to pull off these like exit frags, I think you want to call them, but they're not really exit frags. But such
a lot
is
of people
life.
have died. There's been a lot of fighting, and nobody died, or only like 2 people died in that entire
In that,
minute. So
we're at
down
40.
to we're almost to we're 43 people left with 13 teams. Looks like almost everyone's a full squad.
Yeah. So like, what the crazy thing is, there's 13 teams, and I think there were like 64 people and 17 teams. So only 4 teams are out, but look how many people died. So
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy how many teams are still left alive. Look at it. Bandit Yoshi over here, Sino, Jason Tomasi, Commander Zhao, and Fiend Ninja kind of rolling up on them. Team number 10 at farm, right on the outskirts. Got the 8 times, the vertical foregrip, the SKS, got the laser rifle right there. Commander Zhao kind of pushing up towards the half wall. Again, you're going to see this team of 3 kind of sticking together, but it's going to be interesting to see how Sino and the rest of these guys take this spot right here.
Yeah, any amount of movement that they have, like Bandit Yoshi, they're gonna have to be really careful. A lot of teams decide to just like hold out as long as possible without moving. Sino's actually gonna be throwing a frag, looks like. They're actually gonna throw a couple of Feet Ninja with another one. See if they don't get caught out by a couple of frags here. Have to be careful, make sure they don't get hit. Looks like they're gonna blow up, but not enough to deal damage. Looks like one of them on the far side of the house. Any movement that they make will give them information on where they are in the house. So another frag on the back side. Not quite enough. They're going to be peeking the windows and making sure that they don't get caught out in any with a head peek. But I mean, they're in a really sticky situation. There's only, I think there's only 1 or 2 ways you can actually leave that house. There's only like a couple ways you can leave this house.
Yeah, there's not a ton. Oh, that's a spicy nade though. That may be Jason Tomasi gets the double kill. Good stuff. It was bound to happen when you carry enough nades like that. Something's gonna happen. That's gonna give him the perfect kind of entrance to this house. Here we go. Rainbow Six on the attack. He's gonna go up inside the house. Here we go, breaching the house. They are inside. Gibbs. Oh, Gibbs is just. Wait a minute. He's not gonna go for the res. He's gonna use him as bait, and he's hoping to get the spray down on a lot of these guys. Trippy minute remix. And he's just going to be down right inside the same room, so it's not a question of whether or not you can get there. It's a question of whether or not he wants to get waste his time with the res. Here he comes.
I think he could have rezzed him already by now. It looks like he just decided not to, thinking that they would go for the fast thing. It's
Is he
too late
faking?
to start the res now. He's gonna try the spray, but he might get caught out.
Oh,
by one if they move in.
yeah. He gets one. That was.
Yeah.
It looked like he faked almost. If you're going for the defuse and CS and you fake it, but rezzing doesn't make a noise.
Yeah, they don't have information about
Yeah,
it. So,
I don't know.
I think he was just indecisive. When it comes to
Yeah.
the situation. And it's a tough situation to be in.
Definitely.
1v4. It's hard to decide what you actually want to do.
Especially if
if
you.
I were him, I don't remember if there was an exit window. I probably would have taken it if I were him. They're probably all 4 breached the house, so
Yeah.
unlucky. It's a little hard decision.
Yeah,
Cold Boy
definitely.
accidentally going to be hitting the. Looks like the mantle right here, not enough to get through. No bullet penetration.
Although.
Looks like that's Minnesota Twin Cities, I believe. That was
Look, I
all-
think so. Repo
all
Wraith.
spread out. Ooh, Cold Boy actually down to really low health now. Looks like he got peeked on.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at Repo Wraith now, trying to get an angle in there, but he's going to sweep around wide again, but he might run into team number 2 right over here, Sukit and Zraven. The power duo we saw, I believe they won our duos championship last season. So what if you're going to pick any 2 people from UTSA to be left alive, I think you would pick those 2.
Yeah,
They're
they're definitely two of the best players just in the entire.
Yeah,
thing.
I would say. Wild. Ooh, Nikhil just.
Great.
You're gonna get.
Right, really good post on the side on the backside.
Yeah.
Discon also with a knockdown. That's a lot of members down. 3PO Wraith and Bojangles going to be moving in. 3PO Wraith with another thing. Seeping is going to catch Cold Boy on his way moving. You definitely can see him going, but
I think that's the last one. I think, right?
Yeah,
Cold Boy.
This is the last member. Cold Boy going to be swinging in. Ooh,
No, I think the zone's going to get him.
Yep,
Yep.
it's going to be him. Dying outside the play zone. Be the victim actually getting killed right there.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Semicolon swinging in. That's going to be like we saw Zamo catching earlier in Semicolon, they sweeped out, and they had actually disengaged from the fight earlier with, I believe, UTK. So now looks like they made it to the top 7. Semicolon putting in some work, taking out some members, but Suka and Raven up on the top.
Ooh, it's Raven!
Oh,
Suka. Yeah, Suka's gonna
Raven,
go down.
last member left over there. Semicolon also a one-off. There's only 17 people alive. 3PO Wraith.
In the
Looks
zone.
like everyone's down to like 1 member left of their
Yeah,
team.
that's
They
crazy.
can't get reses.
I think this Raven is gonna let his partner die right there because that is way too far outside the zone now, and this is kill
Raven took some
zone.
heavy damage.
Yeah, he's
Looks
gonna
like
be.
have to move in. I don't know if
Ooh.
Semicolon can peek up and catch him.
Oh,
while
he
he's
got
trying to move
shot.
the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
he's taking some heavy shots. Looks like Maxter probably caught him. Suka's gonna be finally dying outside the play zone. That's gonna leave 3PO Wraith by himself.
Oh
That's
my
gonna leave
gosh.
Suka by himself.
Yeah, that's.
X-Worms, Maxter, and Mighty Derb all holding out in the. Oh, looks like they saw 3PO.
Yeah, but they didn't
Fortunately
connect
for
it.
them.
That ended up
Yeah.
being worse for them, I think, because they gave away their position to the Wizards Tower right now. So it's going to be a little bit more rough for them to actually engage, and they're gonna. You see, I don't know. They shut the door on themselves. They're gonna, if they get pushed, it's gonna be rough if somebody pushes that building, and especially because it's just barely on the outside of the zone, it might be rough for them. Look at the care package now. It's an MK14.
Wow.
And what the hell? It was a compensator too. If
Yeah,
that
they're-
package wasn't nuts enough, just toss a compensator in there. Holy crud!
Yeah, that was an interesting. Sadly, it'll probably never get open, but
Yeah,
really good thing.
that's 2
We can see here we
MK14s.
have Commander Zhao, Jason Tomasi, Sino, and Fiend Ninja. Looks like the last remaining full squad.
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, it's Raven sees Crosa right there. Yeah.
He's not gonna
Nice.
Take shots. There's
Yeah,
no way.
no way.
He's a really good player, and he knows to hold out for sure.
It's Raven.
There's no way it's gonna.
And he doesn't have a
he's gonna hold
vest
out
either.
As long as possible.
Yeah, he doesn't have
but
a vest.
He's definitely not gonna do it. He's gonna sweep up behind them. Hopefully that they take fire. Hope that they take fire from somewhere else before he gets to them. He's gonna wait for them to stop. He's gonna get a headshot on one and spray down the other. Looks like he's gonna get spray on
Ooh.
one. Hopefully. He gets
Oh, no,
unfortunately,
Croce.
Wow, really
Good turnaround.
Great reaction time by Crocia right there. Wow, that was really, really great. He actually expected the back turn right there.
Yeah.
But Fiend Ninja, looks like there's 9 people alive. One's down in the semicolon, but he's
Yeah.
gonna be able to get res.
Oh,
7
it's
people left
Raven.
and only 2 teams. So I
He
think
finally
it's a
got him.
4 versus 3. Okay, here we go. We've got Fiend Ninja. We have Jason Tomasi, Commander Zhao, and their teammate. Who's their teammate?
He's
They have a
somewhere.
teammate.
Yeah,
He's very far south. I can't see exactly who it is.
Commander Zhao, though, he began to engage. We saw him. Did he just? Yeah, he just took a shot right there on X Swarm's. Not going to be able to do it, but that's going to give their position away. Again, that's a second one. Not able to connect with those shots. They're behind the tree. They know where he is. X Swarm's going to be doing the PUBG shuffle right now, trying to get it with the jump scout. Not able to hit the jump scout. He's going for Commander Zhao right now, peeking outside the right. No, Master is super low though. He did get dinked by somebody. Might have up in the thing.
Yeah, Mighty Derb is
Oh.
actually going to peek Commander Zhao. He's going to be able to get some really nice shots. You can see right here from his perspective. He's got a really great spot. The issue is everyone's gonna be forced to move into the circle here in less than 30 seconds. So you can see that we have looks like a couple members moving down to the south. Team 10 versus Team 4. Got a spray down. Looks like. Ooh, doesn't look like any are gonna
no.
connect. Maxer 99 really low. This is
Yeah.
actually a really bad spot for them because they are down. They're going up. They're going downhill with less cover, and they've got fewer people, and they need to med.
Yeah.
Definitely not looking out. Fiend Ninja looks like he's gonna be fragging the car. Hopefully gets the car explosion. Not enough.
No.
Next one's gonna be jumping
Oh,
and
he
peeking.
saw that though. Jason Tomasi. Yeah, he saw that. It's definitely everyone's inside the zone now, so it's all about getting those peaks. What is up with these guys? Fiend Ninja gonna get Maxter. Good spray down with the. Oh yeah, he was super low too. Maxter is just kind of gonna be like
this
that.
is a really good spot. Oh,
We're
X-Form's
seeing-
gonna lay some damage, but not enough to knock down.
Fiend Ninja, nice, good stuff, and X Swarm.
It's now down to a 2v2. X Swarm's gonna be
Wow.
Tomasi also with a good spray. It's now down to a 2 versus 2. Fiend Ninja gonna be healing up. It's down to him and Jason Tomasi to take out
Damn.
X Swarms.
X Swarms. He could just punish
Mighty
those
Derb and
peaks. It's like
oh my gosh.
not even a
If Mighty
problem.
Derb, if Mighty Derb is able to win his peak battle with Fiend Ninja, then it's game over. They absolutely won. Fiend Ninja gonna be peeking around.
Oh, Commander Zhao. That's it. He goes down. Mighty Derby gonna get the good spray down on him. Fine. He's just gonna finish him off. Fiend Ninja going for the M4 pick. That car might be the key to being blown up. Mighty Derb he has a where.
Oh, he
It's-
throws a frag. Let's see if it connects.
Oh!
Yes!
What the
I
heck?
shot if I've ever seen it. It's now down to a 2 versus 1.
There he goes! Oh my!
What? That frag grenade right there.
Oh
Absolutely
my
saved them the
gosh.
game. What? West Virginia University. I called it out earlier. They are a team to watch for. Wow.
Damn, that was crazy.
They turned that around.
West Virginia from a bad numbers game and a relatively bad kind of positioning, one Kobe, dude. That's all it took to get 2 people down, and then an easy finish with the 2v1. Damn, that was solid.
Shout out to Mississippi State for taking 2nd place, and also shout out, like you said, just Raven and Suka, each getting 6 kills. I mean, them being winners of duos last season is just a testament to like how good of players they are in general. But man, they got 12 kills between them, which is more than the number 1 team. So, more than all 4 members of the number 1 team. So, they really just showed up. That's going to get them a lot of points. But man, really great play.
Yeah,
wow, that was
oh my gosh.
That frag grenade bounced
perfect.
Right past him. Oh,
that's like the perfect amount of seasoning, the perfect amount of cooking. You know, just like it's like it's like the perfect recipe. You cook it, pull the pin, landed right there, got 2 of them, and then an easy finish.
Like they were slow cooking it, and then they seared it. I don't even know what happened.
It was
I don't know,
crazy.
It was a crazy play.
West Virginia, congratulations for winning the first game of Division 1. Now, if that's anything to go by, we will be back in a bit with the Ruby's game number 2. They were playing their game number 1 just now, so we're going to be back in a little bit with their game number 2. So we will see you guys for game number 2. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be good stuff.
Good stuff.